Tim Gartland. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for having me.
Well, you know, everybody else in town has had you. I thought it was my turn.
Oh, yeah. Shoot, that sounds like a song.
That does, doesn't it?
I gotta write. Send me the. I'm gonna watch this tape. I'm gonna remind me, and I'll write that down.
I need a writing credit.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
You have proof.
Of course, you just put out a record, so you're gonna have to put it on the next one.
No problem there.
So tell me about the new record. That's why we're here, man.
Yeah, great. It's called Million. It's called Million Stars, and it's all original music. I got 12 tracks, and it features my buddy Tom West on piano and B3.
Extraordinary. I've been following him since the Susan Tedeschi band days.
Exactly. So he's great, and he actually co-wrote 3 songs with me. And then I've got Paul Justice on bass. He's in the Memphis Rockabilly band right now. And Forrest Pageant on drums. He works with everybody.
Frosty.
Yeah, Frosty, exactly. He was just out with Charlie Musselwhite, I think, in Hawaii.
He's extraordinary.
And then Chris Rival on guitar, he was the engineer and producer, and he also played the guitar. And so, yeah, I had a lot of help, and it was a lot of fun.
No, those are some really serious constituent parts. Set yourself up for success. And, I came down recently to Bruce Bear's house gig there at the Beehive, and you were the special guest, and I was just so pleased to hear your harp playing and to hear you singing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try to work at it every day, and just every day is a new day, and just to keep hammering away at it. I mean, honestly, that's it.
And it's not just a little tin whistle, right?
No.
Tell me what is that commitment like over the years to I mean.
Yeah. Well, I just had my 40th anniversary of playing the harmonica.
No kidding.
Yeah, I know it because I had a paper route, in Warren, Ohio, where I'm from, and I was collecting my first paycheck. When you had to do your own collecting back in the day.
I used to do the same thing. That was tough.
But it was the night that Richard Nixon resigned, because he was on every TV that I went to collect. But I didn't pay attention to that. I just knew the next day I was going to go to the music store. I didn't know what I was going to buy, but I ended up buying a harmonica. So it was 40 years last weekend, and I've been playing harp. So I was 13. I'm 53 now. And I thought it might be easy, but it's not.
And what precipitated your wanting to even go to the music store and pick up something?
Well, I'm from a musical family, and I had 3 brothers, and they all played guitar, and so that was covered, So
right.
I thought, that this would be a nice little thing to accompany them with, because they was always jamming, and I was kind of left alone. And so I'm like, yeah, let me get out and let me try it. Not really,
I'm just checking,
And then when I started playing all that bad harmonica, they really liked me,
That's right.
But no, they were really, they helped me along the way, because they knew they were further down the road, and they encouraged me a great deal, and so it worked out nice. Yeah.
And music is indeed a craft. They knew that it took practice, I'm sure.
Exactly.
That's great. Yeah. And as you progressed from your teen years, what made you really get serious? Any influences or?
I got real serious real quickly. My first concert was Muddy Waters at the Akron Civic Theater. Like I said, I'm from Northeast Ohio, and it was James Cotton and Johnny Winter, and then that was just like, oh man, okay, that was my first show, and I said, well, that's what I'm going to do. So I started working at it, but I was working at the old-fashioned. There weren't teachers or even books, back then on the harmonica.
You barely get a tape recorder to slow it down, right? I mean,
no, I didn't even have that. I just would. I played the vinyl records. I bought all the blues records, and I'd put the stylus back, and I just tried to pick up by ear as much as I could. And I worked and I worked and I worked. I mean, it was a slow process, but by the time I was about 19 or 20, I could play pretty decently, at least enough to to get out and play.
They explore with videos. They can see some technique. They can. Rewind, they can slow things down.
Slow down and everything. No, we didn't have that, but there's a reason for everything. So
absolutely. And over the years, can you recall any real special moments or folks that you shared the stage with?
Well, I would have to say Jerry Portnoy, who lives on the Cape here in Massachusetts.
He came out to see you today.
Yeah, he's out there now.
We're down at the Marshfield Fair.
Yes, and so he. When I was about 23, he had a band called the Legendary Blues Band, and they toured through my little town in Ohio. And he actually let me sit in and blow harp and sing. And so that was a seminal moment in terms of, that was Pine Top Perkins, Calvin Jones, Willie Smith. So that was the Muddy Waters Band. So,
that was the Muddy Waters Band that quit.
That had quit, exactly. So that was a great thrill. But I have played with Buddy, Bo Diddley, Big Jack Johnson, to name there's others that come to
And
mind.
Jack was like a father to me.
Yeah, oh, that's right,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Miss Jack.
Yeah, he was a great guy, very laid back. Didn't seem to have like much of an ego either. He was
none, and he had every reason. The man channeled the music straight from the good Lord.
Oh, no question about it.
You know, he was. Musicians say on a good night that happens. You know, you're just imbued in something that's divine, and it just flows through you and into the instrument. And with him, that happened almost every night.
I know.
It was unusual if it didn't.
I know. I mean, the guy was amazing, God bless him.
Yeah, and he started with Frank Frost and the Nighthawks, which was on a subsidiary of Sun Records.
Yes.
Blowing harp with a guy who played with Frank Frost and Sam Carr in a trio where the harp was so out front. And I know Jack could be tough on musicians. Was there any looks or coaching, or how was that?
I was sitting, and I just sat in that one night, and he was real. I let me blow, but then he let me know when it was time to stop blowing. Just a real firm like that. But I'd heard that about him. But I was, I had all the respect in the world for him, and I know to watch. When you're sitting and you got to watch the front man, and
it's like an egg timer.
Take your cue.
Time is up. It's time
take
to come
your
off
cue.
the stove.
Exactly. Don't be greedy. You won't be asked back to the dinner table.
Yep. So specifically the new record, what's it called? And tell me about the pulling together of the record, other than the musicians on there.
Sure. It's called A Million Stars, and there's 12 original songs, and I wanted to dial in a little bit of old soul, a little bit of soul music.
Nice.
I love soul, and so there's definitely an element of that there, and as well as some straight ahead blues, but a lot of funky blues, a little bit of jazz, a little Americana. To be honest with you, I'm a product of a lot of influence, though. I'm basically a blues man. But I listen and I appreciate and absorb a lot of music. So as a songwriter, I kind of let that come out in me, and no matter how that happens. And so, so the songwriting process for me is one of getting an inspiration for an idea and then writing it down, letting it, ferment for a while, and then revisiting it, and then. So that's what I did. I had a book of ideas. Right now I have 50 ideas, 51 now after that one.
There you go.
And sometimes I'll write the music beforehand, and then I look at my list and the lyrics. It'll tell me what type of where it needs to be married. With the music. Whether it's a ballad or a funk or a fun tune.
That's such a talent, though. Man.
I don't know. I just enjoy it. And so I enjoy it. I enjoy being creative, and writing songs. I get a kick out of it. So I wouldn't do it if I didn't. But I do work at it, and I study with songwriters, and I'm a member of the Nashville Songwriters Association International. And you submit your songs to them, and they're brutally honest. And
right.
So, but that's how you learn. So all I'm gonna do, I just keep my head down and keep writing. And then, hopefully some people dig it, and, that's it.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So you must have some web assets out there where folks can buy the record and learn more about you and where you're touring and playing, and so
Absolutely.
Let them know where you're at, man.
Yeah, the website is, timgartland.com, and then that's my business card. I mean, there's videos there, there's a music, there's links to all my music, iTunes. It's on iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby as well. So you could buy all the tunes. You could buy the music there. And I'm also a teacher of harmonica, and I wrote a book on how to play the harmonica called The Talking Harmonica, and the book is available there. I do give lessons by Skype and in person. So I keep busy with all
where
this
do you
stuff.
do the in-person ones?
In Bedford, Massachusetts,
Uh-huh.
where I live, I have a studio there.
Nice.
So I enjoy, working with any level and trying to make their trip much smoother than my trip, which is
It's tough.
It's still,
tough.
I know. But that's what I do. I'm doing music full time and writing songs and enjoying myself. So
Good. Well, I'm looking forward to your CD release party. So why don't we tell folks where that's at, and
that sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna have. I've got a number of them lined up. The main one is September 12th at Johnny D's, and that's a 7:30 show, Friday night, September 12th. And I've got some other ones. There's one I'm doing actually in a church. Some really cool people that I know, they have a secular music program. It's called the Church of the Good Shepherd in Acton, Massachusetts, October 24, and that's on a Friday. But they do have adult beverages there if you are interested.
let me guess, it's the Unitarians.
Exactly.
I swear to God, the Unitarians are just a big scam for having like coffee houses and music.
Exactly. They're very cool people.
No,
You don't see a lot of extremist Unitarians.
No,
They're all just chill and everything's good. So so that's two of the shows. We'll be doing some other ones. There's one at the Ming Dynasty in November down on the South Shore. The date eludes me at this moment, but so we'll be out there, and then we're actually working on going to Philadelphia, New York, and possibly Cleveland, and branching out a little bit.
Wilbert's, one of my favorite
Wilbert's,
clubs.
yeah, that's funny, yeah.
I lived in Duburg, so.
Oh yeah, well, I'm from Warren, Ohio.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah,
We don't have the Wayback Machine.
We can't go back.
No, we can't go back. But you're in New England now, and I'm very, very happy
Jim,
about it.
Thanks for the opportunity.
This is a
I
ball
really
talking to you,
appreciate
man.
it. Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to your next set down here.
Thanks, man.
All right, thanks, Jim.
Well, I'm speaking in a Cadillac. I tried to show you, but it drove me back. My love for you's just got to be real. I'm gonna show you just how I feel. Love is real, not fade away. Love is real, won't fade away. If love is real, if love is real, won't fade away, won't fade away, won't fade away, won't fade away, people, won't fade away.